Hello boys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case this is your first time coming across my videos, my name is Maria Nepempe, so please do subscribe ASAP, like now. And to everybody that is returning, thank you so much for all the love that you guys have been showing my channel as well as my video. So in today's video, I've got the also, speaks for herself.
Fabulous. Say those nice things.
Brown-haired, bright smile. I don't know about the personality. It's not as bright. She told me to say this. My favorite person in the whole entire world, LEENA. SHIPWATA. Welcome to my channel.
Thank you for having me.
It's
so
long
honored.
Overdue.
Right?
You're always behind the scenes, but never in front of the camera.
Imagine.
Okay, so yeah, anyways, welcome to LEENA. Initially, this was supposed to be a kind of like what was it supposed to be again? Assumptions, something, me clearing up assumptions.
Yeah.
But then people are just interested in my womb activities and my sexual activities and things that shouldn't be anybody else's business but mine.
Did you ask on Instagram or what?
Yeah, I asked on Instagram, like, anything you want to ask, like, I want to clear some assumptions. But it's just a whole bunch of really offensive stuff. And I don't think anybody needs to be asking anybody such questions. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me have somebody who knows me come on here and, just ask me a few questions that she feels some of y'all should know that don't know me personally. So I told her to just create whatever, but I also told her not too personal. Like, she must keep it professional. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, LEENA, I'm ready.
It's not necessarily like personal questions, but I think we'd get to know you a little bit more with these questions. I don't think you get these much often.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So since I consider you a big sister, right?
Yeah.
What advice would you give to young ladies that consider or see you as a big sister? What big sister advice would you give them?
I think always believe in yourself. I know everybody says that, but it's very important to believe in yourself as a woman in a society that tells women a lot that you can't do this, you shouldn't do this. Like, it's a lot for someone, and to have confidence to go out into the world and expose yourself like that and just believe in what you're capable of, it's really difficult because the world is constantly telling us that you can't. Yeah. The most important weapon as a woman to have is the belief in yourself, to know that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. And that's how I've managed to just really, live my life and take strides and just really, really go out there and what did Zonzi Tuzi say?
Take up space.
Take up space.
Yes, girl.
Yeah. Cement myself
yes.
within the world. And once you cement something, nobody can remove you unless they have like those bulldozers. But then I don't think anybody could use a bulldozer on a human being. So you're safe if you cement yourself. You're good. Next question.
I did say you look like Keisha today.
Who's Keisha?
I don't know, like some character. You look like Keisha. You're even acting like a Keisha. Anyway, anyhow, what are you in life, ne? What are you completely over and done with?
Just people taking advantage of you, people that don't put in effort, people that don't reciprocate. I love reciprocation. I love when people, when you care about people and they care about you, and when, everything is mutual, and because there are people out there that just, they get from you, and that's all they want. And then once they've gotten enough, then they no longer need you. And I'm no longer going to deal with such people. To be honest, I do this for you, you have to do this for me. If that's not the case, then we shouldn't be hanging around each other.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were this public figure, social media goddess. You're just everywhere doing everything. I love it. But what do you wish people would stop asking you? Like one question that always pops up and you're just like, bro, like why?
I think I try so hard, like what I give, what I put out there. I try so hard to put out things that build, put out things that are progressive, put out things that are supposed to help the next person grow and put up things that's supposed to kind of guide other people that would like to follow in my footsteps. I stay away from showing too much of my private life. I try too much to focus on issues and to talk about issues that that are important. So when people come to me and ask me things that have absolutely nothing to do with them, or things that don't grow them, it's just for the sake of gossip. It's things I hate, like, oh, when are you getting a child? Why are you asking me about what my womb is up to? It's so rude. It's so rude and inconsiderate, because there are people out there. I could be one of those people. You don't know. What if I can't have children?
Yeah.
What if I have an illness? What if you understand? And people don't realize this. They don't. And actually, a lot of times people do know, and they want to upset you. They want to have you feeling bad. So just don't ask me about my personal life. If you don't know it, you're not supposed to know it. If I don't put it on my socials, then that means I don't want anybody that isn't in my life to know about it.
Yeah, those are very triggering questions also, no?
Yeah, very.
Okay, so what has life taught you? What is the biggest lesson life has taught you?
I've learned so many, like I've taken so many lessons. A lot of things. I've learned a lot of things, but I think the most important is just the power that strength has, like emotional strength, mental strength. Like when you don't give up, like that's how you move forward. Like if any obstacle comes your way and you're like, oh, I don't want any more, what I've learned is you have to get past the obstacle. If you want to be great in life, if you want to achieve big things in life, you have to fight the obstacles, face them face to face, head on. And that's, for me, is my biggest lesson, to always maintain my strength. No, it's difficult, I know, but that's the only, it's life. You have to, otherwise you're just gonna never ever progress in life. Yeah,
that's true. Anyways, what memory do you keep going back to?
What memory do I
It could be a childhood memory, something that happened just yesterday, and all day you keep on going back to it. But like, what is that memory that just constantly doesn't leave you?
You mean like a good memory, or
it could be either
bad memory? Like I'm not gonna focus on bad
let's
vibes
do positive
today. I'm gonna think positive. I don't know, man. I have a lot of good memories, but I think I've mentioned this before. I don't really have much memories of my dad before he passed on, but there's this one day that I never forget. Like I think I've said this in my Q&A already.
Yeah, most probably.
I was at the village. My dad used to work in Oranjemund, and I came from Windhoek to the village. It was Christmas time, I think. And my dad used to speak Afrikaans, and I had just learned how to speak a little bit of Afrikaans. And he was very proud of the fact that I could speak Afrikaans and he could speak Afrikaans. So he carried me that day from the house to the kuka shops, where they drink traditional beer and all of that. Like there's like a lot of really loud kuka shops. Our house wasn't far from that. So I remember he carried me the one day. I was so I had such nice bushy big hair, and I remember they had tied the two, what are they called again, the two buns, bushy ones.
I don't know what they're
called.
Whatever.
Those two bushy ponytail, whatever they're called. And I remember he carried me to the kuka shops, and I was so young, but I can remember the pride on his face, like when he was speaking Afrikaans to me. Nobody around us could speak Afrikaans or understand what we're saying, but just the fact that he's showing off to his friends that my tiny little daughter and I are speaking Afrikaans, it was such a proud moment for him. And I think it's one of a very few 3 or 4 memories, very detailed memories that I have of my dad. And when I think about like what my life would have been like if he had not passed on when I was so young, I think of those memories, and it kind of gives me a bit of closure.
So sweet. All right, in the world that we live in, right, what are the best and worst things about being a female?
Okay, I think the best thing about being a woman, I think it's the fact that we are allowed to be vulnerable, to be emotional, to be sad. Society allows us, we are known for that. Like when you are sad, you cry, you speak about it, you vent, you're allowed to anything. hit myself against something, ow, nobody's like, oh, bruh. They're like, oh, you okay? Sorry. I think that's a very, very important thing to have. And I wish men had that, because men walk around having to be strong and having not to be emotional. And it's really not a healthy way to live. You know, I wish men or society allowed men to just be human beings. There's nothing manly about not showing emotion, about not being sad, about not crying. You're a human being. You have tear ducts for a reason. So why fight it so much to just, you're not weak. Yeah. You're really not weak for crying or for showing emotions. And that's why I think you and I had this conversation and we were talking about how the highest rate of suicide is amongst men. Yeah. And this is all because they're not allowed to express themselves. And, you know, and this is also why they're so violent and so, because the only way they can express themselves is by being violent, you know. And I would say the worst thing about being a female is just basically society just wants to tell us what to do. Oh, you can't sleep with this many men. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh,
why though?
Why? Oh, don't have those conversations. Go back to the kitchen. These are conversations for men. The audacity to tell the first lady of Namibia,
imagine,
with her educational background, with her successful business stories, you want to tell her to stick to what she knows and go back to the kitchen. Are you mad?
Crazy.
Are you mad? You're crazy.
Crazy.
It makes no sense. Yeah. You know, so I just wish we all just respected each other, gave each other equal rights, equal opportunities.
Because women do respect men, eh?
Yeah, women respect men.
Many of the times, women completely respect.
A lot of women respect men. Mm-hmm. There are some who are like some of us that are crazy. We are crazy. No gender is perfect. Mm-hmm. We all have our flaws, but I just think like the injustices is what we need to work on. You know. Men should be more vocal about their emotions. They should be more expressive when it comes to their emotions. They should be allowed to cry without feeling like they're weak or people looking at them like they're weak. And I think we can all really build a healthier and mentally stable society.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Maria. All right, so on a much lighter note, what movie or book character are you most similar to your personality? Okay.
Catwoman.
Why?
Ask me why.
Why?
Well, because she's a black character. I don't think there are that many prominent superheroes who are black. But Catwoman, I think I relate to her on so many levels. And that's just because I used to be this very naive person that used to let people walk all over me. I used to be kind to people who are not kind to me. Like I always, in most cases, I'll cheat, especially to people that are close to me. Strangers, I was always ready to fight. I just mean like in the people close to me within my vicinity, and I'd let them get away with things that I wouldn't do. That why you take something and you go break it, and then you don't even apologize or whatever. Like I wouldn't take your stuff without asking you in the first place, or but a lot of those things would happen to me, or generally just people taking advantage of me. Oh, this month is, can you please borrow me $800? I need to do this, but then you're not going to pay me back, and then I would probably sacrifice my $800 thinking you're going to pay me back. If you knew you weren't going to pay me back, then don't say borrow, lend me, just ask me. And a lot of people took advantage of my generosity, and one day I just decided, when something really bad happened to me, and I learned that sometimes you just really have to stand up for yourself and like just not let people push you around and step on you. And I think that's the story of Catwoman. Yeah, she was this office lady who people would just abuse, go get that, and people are, and then she fell into whatever that dirty river, whatever, and then cats brought her back to life, and she was a badass since then. So now I'm a badass. She's a badass. We're two badasses, just doing badass things,
Badass woman.
You wanna be a badass? You wanna join the badass crew? Come on. Badass crew always has space for anybody that's badass and wants a crew. We are the badass crew.
Oh yeah, Kisha. Okay, so who was the worst guest guest you've ever had in your house, and what did they do?
Ooh. I think every person that finishes my food is a bad guest, and I've had pretty much of.
I finish your food.
Yeah, I love my food, and you know when you budget in your life, now you budget. You know this is what I'm gonna have for lunch. This is what I'm gonna have for dinner. This is what I'm gonna do. What? So now I must go rebuy.
I think for you also it's because you're on that fitness journey.
Yes,
and
I have my meals prepped. So when you come to my house and you finish my food, especially sheku tamba, sheku something, Matthews nepembe, please do you not have food at your house? My little brother, for those that don't know who sheku is, Menir will come here, take a baki and eat a plate.
I think
while
he probably
he's
has
here.
like 10 buckies at his house, ne?
And he never brings one day just to say, oh, I brought groceries. Even just like a bread and butter. Just to show that I'm ashamed. I have some pride. No, my dear. Menir. Oh, what is an iskaska?
That's really sheku.
And then he goes, oh, I can cook.
Then he tries to slap you a little bit so you feel.
The audacity, Sheku. And he thinks he's so smart. He thinks he's slick because he'll come there making jokes. Oh, you can cook. Oh, meanwhile, he's busy finishing your food, my dear. Oh, is that here bakini? He has food. He's just lazy to cook. You know. But yeah, I don't think I have bad guests.
Yeah.
I think I stayed with somebody once and they had mood swings. So one day they're talking to you, the next day they're not talking to you. Just those without any explanation. And I'm a person that likes communication. If you upset me, I want to tell you. If I upset you, I'd like you to tell me. So there was a lot of silent treatment. And I don't know how to cope with silent treatment. It really
it builds up over time and then it goes into rage. And,
So then I was just like, you know what, maybe it's not a good idea for us to live together.
Yeah.
And I think that's the worst. Yeah.
Okay. What is that one thing that does not exist but you want it desperately?
Does it count if I say I'd like to have superpowers?
Yeah.
Well, my superpowers don't exist, and I would love to have superpower for one sole reason: to deal with criminals.
Okay, so what type of superpower do you want?
I want strength. I want to be able to fight. I want to be able to disappear.
Yeah.
Like every superpower you can imagine.
Okay.
Control water, air bending, water bending. What else is there, Uka? Air,
Wow, Maria.
water.
You watch too many movies. No, you really watch
Wait,
a lot of
what?
movies. I don't know.
The airbender, the what, all of it. If I hear who raped who, and he was given bail, my dear, I will,
You will just be our next justice
yes.
system.
And I'll be anonymous. Nobody will ever know I exist.
Yes, girl. You wouldn't even tell me?
No, bruh, you people are. Don't tell anyone. You go to Emily, don't tell anyone.
Zil?
Emily, Zil, don't tell anyone. Before you know it, everybody is don't tell anyone. And the thing is, you only tell one person.
Yeah.
Everybody only tells
Just
one person. And you will think, I didn't really say anything. I told one person. But so everybody has that same perception that I only tell one person is not harmful.
Yeah.
Before you know it, my whole identity. Now city police, but obviously city police will not be able to do anything because I have all the superpowers. I'll just
disappear, Maria. That's all you do.
Disappear.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah. I would like to have superpowers.
So, I have two last questions for you. But these ones are would you rather questions. More fun. Would you rather, and think about this please, look good from the neck up or from the neck down?
Why I gotta choose though? Gonna have both like I do now.
Yes, girl! Come through, mama! Guys, the gains have come through. The gains. Okay. I don't know if you have to know all of that.
I'll definitely neck up. I can always work on the neck down. Nah. Woo.
This is your most
precious.
Prized possession.
Precious. Look at it. I beg you. Look at. Come on. Come on. Have you seen me?
Maybe moving. I think
have
you
you
zoom, Didi.
Have you?
These people don't see how pretty she is. Come on. Hello. Excuse me.
I beg you, drink your water. Drink your water, mind your business, and eat your vegetables.
Yes, girl.
You'll be fine. I beg.
You have to see it. All right. Last question. Would you rather have $3 million with no kids, or have kids and no $3 million? Yeah, right?
I want $3 million. But yeah, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Definitely 3 kids. And broke. I'll work hard,
You'll
okay?
work hard, girl.
I'll work
No,
night
but
shift.
if you have this option, it means you're not, even if you work hard, you're not gonna get $3 million, right?
I know, but I'll work hard. I'll do 4 shifts, 3 shifts, night shifts, all of it to take care of my kids. And then they're gonna grow up into millionaires.
Yes.
And then
Take care of you.
chop their money.
Chop.
And then I chop their money. They better not be useless because I gave up $3 million for them. Let them be useless. Start smoking weed and not banking classes and what. We shall fight. I gave up $3 million, and I will remind them every day. Listen here.
You guys.
I gave up
didn't ask
$3
to be
million. So you're gonna go to school. You're gonna study your ass off, or you can get out of my house.
You're not gonna chase your kids out of your house.
Yeah, but you're allowed to threaten them.
Yeah, I know, but you're not gonna do it. Anyways, we're done.
Oh, we are? How did I do? I tried to keep composure.
10 out of 10, girl. 10 out of 10, Keisha.
Apart from the one time where I twerked, I kind of
Don't know why you did that.
lost the plot there, but yeah.
Keisha came out.
Yeah.
Keisha came
I
out.
can't get it. I think it's the
Yeah, it's
hoops.
the
The
hoops.
bigger the hoop. Yeah.
Diddy shaking his head.
He's judgmental as per usual. Okay, so we're done,
Yeah,
right? Thank you
yeah.
so much, Lena. That was fun. That was exciting. That was, yeah. I had a great time, and I hope you guys learned a thing or two about me that you didn't know before. And yeah, to everybody that, like I said earlier, to the people that are only coming across my videos now for the first time, where have you been? And to all of you that come to stalk, knowing very well that I need that subscribe from you.
We're
I see
doing
you.
good, honey.
If only YouTube had the option like Instagram had, like where you see who
The
views.
views, yeah.
A lot of you, I'd be coming for you. Subscribe. Why are you hating? Subscribe. Let your girl make the coins.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and switch on your notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much, girl.
Thank you for having me.
Did you not gonna do that thing where you keep recording and then we make a fool of ourselves? So just cut. Cut. Did you cut? Is it still recording?